Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest on of war Unification cast this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got 1 versus 1 on Tranquility's End. But on the other side, as the Steel Legion, we've got Archaon, the Never Chosen. Also on the side, as the Sisters of Baal, we've got CBC's Kiaterra 117. Kiaterra will be opening up with a Plasma Generator and a Adeptus Rogues Convent, as well as a Novitiate Sister Squad. And Archaon is going to go for a couple of Legionaries and a couple of Pioneers. So we have it, the boys who make all the noise versus the girls who like to twist and twirl. And interesting building orders for both of these chaps here. I mean, interesting that we're not seeing a relay station or a barracks from the Steel Legion. Normally a player playing as these guys will go for a relay station purely because you need to build it anyway to get into tier 2. It also allows upgrades for your Legionaries, which are always really good, especially with their grenade launchers. And yeah, I mean, we're seeing these ladies go off on a little bit of a journey, and the missionary being the first one to cap something. There's not many capping units from the sisters, so a bit of a slow start for them. Are they planning to be a bit aggressive in the early game? Is it going to be one of those games, Mr. Landshark? I don't know, Mr. Landshark. Let's find out together. The first stages of combat have begun. The nuns with guns, they are quite literally looking a lot more nunnish than the regular battle sisters. We'll scare away the legionaries just because they just don't know how to talk to girls, and that's fine. I understand that problem. So they're going to run away as best they can. There's legionary barracks and a generator plant. A little bit slow on the get-go, but that is fine. We're not all here to mid-max and play stupidly, you know, the optimal thing, are we? We're just here to have fun, baby. We're just here to have fun. A little bit of back and forth. A couple of novitiates are struggling to stay alive. Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're outnumbered, you don't exactly outgun these guys neither. So almost losing the full squad there. One lady will run away, but she was holding the line. Just this Inferno turret can be finished up. The Inferno turret setting fighters one guy straight in the eyes. I mean, that's a really unfortunate place to have fire. You definitely don't want to have fire in the eyes. It'll ruin your vision all day long. You can't go to spec savers to save that, I'm afraid. That is not part of their eye insurance policy. I assume Pioneers doing everything they can to get these listening posts up and at them straight away. Legionary barracks and also the relay station soon to be finished. I do believe that Archaon has gone for the Armoured Fist discipline, which will allow him to have more access to infantry style things as the game goes on. Here comes a Canoness replete in a wonderful red cape. Looks like she's got plasters on them. They're not plasters, they are purity seals. And a powerful model at that. And here she comes, ready to take on the Pioneers. Send them back for a powerful power sword. Looking at a couple of lads on the backsides as they float around on the floor. Go to deny that relic for a little while. This incoming las gunfire, she will be able to shake off for a little while, but ideally you don't want to be taking too much damage while she's riding off on her own. Got some novitiates as well coming in over as well. So currently the Steel Legion are a bit beset at the moment. Unable to really capture all the stuff that they would like to capture. But mind you, the sisters are quite behind because they've just got one man doing all the work. Is this a social commentary? I don't think so. Or at least I'm not going to say anything, because I am neutral in all opinions. In my humble opinion. Lieutenant Colonel comes out, and some horses as well. I don't think this is enough, ladies, to keep the Steel Legion busy for an infinite length of time. But they will throw a grenade over at them. I'm sad to say that I missed that. I was concerned that the Lieutenant Colonel and the Canoness were going to have a wonderful 1 versus 1, but no, not quite. She's just going to run away and focus on those novitiates. Got the horses out now, and they'll be doing a relatively good job against the Canoness, although horses aren't known for being able to contend with power weapons all that well. But she's got plenty of fire coming into her from all different directions, and she's well and truly on her own at the moment. The Vicious falling back to within the loving embrace of the Inferno turret. So I also got 2. Oh no, it's just the 1 Inferno turret down here. So I'm not sure why I've gone for 2. If you're going to be aggressive, I don't think that the Steel Legion will be doing the same. They'll probably be playing on the defensive themselves. That's alright. Horses give up the chase. And at the moment, the sisters have a little bit more map control than the Steel Legion. But if they get their act together, they could push down and do a bit of damage. They do have all the grenade launchers they could ever want or need. Oh no, I lied. They could get a couple more if they really wanted. Lieutenant Colonel just going to watch the men go down south, staying back at home to Probably defense stuff, I imagine. Along with the horses. Pioneers could also capture the relic if they wanted to. And, oh, there we go. The man's getting some help now. He's getting some assistance with the capping. It's very nice. Inferno turret, though, keeping these guys away. Breaking the morale. Or at least lowering the morale relatively quickly as well. AoE damage, considering that it's a flame weapon. Legionary is going to attack the ground. So they outranged the turret by quite something, but will take them a fair time to break down those buildings. Did the builder die here? Yes, he did, I think. Which is a problem for the sisters. Battle sisters charge into glorious hand-to-hand combat. They know that they can't contend with those grenade launchers. Novitiates also coming in for supporting fire. There's a missionary over here that could really do with getting involved as well. Just to, you know, support the troops, as it were. Yeah, no range combat from the sisters at the moment. They want to get in thick and fast. That being said, that you've got the money for Tier 2. Are you going to go into Tier 2? I would hope so. That would be a massive boon for your purposes, but going to upgrade your listing posts instead will cancel that listing post there, as the sister army has basically been taken care of by 2 squads of legionaries. Canoness will give it a go there. I mean, would have made sense for the Canoness to join them in the assault, as these grenade launchers can knock you down, which will make your walk over very unceremonious. Yeah, just keep her back, boys. Keep her back. She can't catch you if you keep on throwing grenades at her. It seems like you're also a little bit faster than her as well, which kind of works for your favour. Although the pathing almost getting you. Not quite there. Canoness will give up on the chase as the lieutenant decides to do his job and come down and support the men. More sisters are out and about. Tier 2 soon to be done. Is Tier 2 on the way for the Steel Legion? Yes, it is. There's a tank. Tank factory at the very least. Lieutenant Colonel being joined by an Ogrin bodyguard. And this is the time, if anything, to start pushing out. You've got to take advantage. Got an Armageddon pattern Chimera on the way. Good economy is 92 and 20 compared to 68 and 20. Might be an idea to start seeing if you can put pressure on the strategic point that should, in theory, be yours. But no, you can hide in the bushes. Yeah, just yes, Mr. Landshark. It is going to be one of those games. That's fine. I don't have time to record another game. I've committed to this game now. And, you know, if I'm going to sit down and watch it, so do you, gosh darn it. There's the Armageddon pattern Chimera. Steel Legion now got their sergeants in their squads. Chimera will take the brunt of the damage. Hopefully the rest of these guys will decide to follow suit, as the Chimera won't be killing these very quickly on their own. There we go. Throw those grenade launchers in. Show that listing post who's boss. Got a sizable amount of sisters down here though. Not sure where you guys came from. Well, probably the chapel barracks, or whatever you call it. The Sororitas Convent. There we go. Never say that I get names wrong. At least not on purpose, at the very least. There we go. Now here comes a duel. Canoness versus a man with a mace. And a mace of a man. Chimera's got some boys inside of him. Horses ready to engage, but they are going to fall back. Not quite the combat that they wanted. They were never expecting a whole host of sisters to come up their flanks. If you pardon the phrasing. Ogre is down. That's very sad. Are you getting another one? Hope you do. You've got the money for it. Give the boys another chance. And again, still firing at the eyes. Just leave them alone. Good lord, they just don't want them to see, do they? Right in the peepers. That's what sends them to sleepers. An Inferno turret. Soon to be potentially... No, maybe not. If the sisters rally around it. These ladies don't have any weapon upgrades at the moment. Heavy bolter would be a mighty fine thing for them. Also some Celestians to take care of the tanks. Although it seems like the tank really kind of just took care of itself there. And there's the charge. Yep, that's what we do. Men, wait for the tank to die and then charge in. Sorry, I sound like I'm being mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be entertaining. Not sure how that's working out, but we're doing it, baby. Sister's being beaten back by the grenade launchers. Horse is just wanting to get a bit warm. And that's not firing at the eyes. It was firing at something else, which I'm not going to say on this family-friendly channel. I'll tell you, right, you were firing at eyes earlier on, and now you're firing at testicles. That is even worse than the eyes somehow. Here's the question: where would you prefer to have a fire? In the eyes or down there? There we go. That's my YouTuber comment participation for this video. Personally, I can't decide. Can't decide at all. Got a Hellhound. Fight fire with fire. And the sisters have now got their heavy bolters. So the infantry falling down thick and fast. And we're getting pattern set. Chimera has been rebuilt, reforged, building bigger, faster and stronger. Cannoness has been set on fire. She goes down, and the morale across the board for the Battle Sisters has been broken. Horse will chase them away as far as they can. And the Steel Legion have now reclaimed their lost strategic point. Well, the Sisters did a good job at holding it for about 10 minutes. 10 or 11 minutes or so. Pristine Sanctuary giving them all the upgrades they could possibly desire. Manufacture, I'm going to see an immolator. And yep, Horse is still at fire, as we mentioned earlier on. And they will go down remarkably quickly from this immolator tank. Now, the immolator has swapped out its flames for twin-linked heavy bolters. Just completely ignoring these tanks over here. Going straight for the infantry. They were expecting this. Thinking, you can't get past our tanks. That's not how battlefield formations work. And look at it go. Just not a single man saying all that. Oh, for a second I thought we were going to spare that chat, but not quite. There we go. Hide inside your listing post, men. That's the only thing that's apparently saving you here. Let's see some stormtroopers. We'll be able to get some melter guns. Everyone's just hiding inside things at the moment. Apart from these pioneers, they're dead. Rise of Pattern Hellhound being upgraded to a Devil Dog. And that's taking care of the immolator. Too sweet. Can it get out before it dies? Oh, just a little bit more. No, not quite. Does a backflip for us there. Very kind of it. One last demonstration of athletic ability before it goes into the afterlife. This machine spirit was always a gymnast deep down in heart. Light Inferno turret's been taken care of, and so too will this listing post, unless the Battle Sisters have any kind of army. They've got a tank, no infantry though. Where are your Celestians? Kiaterra. No, just more Battle Sisters, why not? And the multi-melters on the immolator. There it goes. And it's just anti-tank versus anti-tank. And being in the negative cover is probably not doing you any favours, Kiaterra. Probably not doing you any favours at all. Then we can just turn around, go back home. You didn't do us a backflip, did you? You're boring. You're a rubbish tank. Well, there we go. You were just a machine spirit of a tax collector, no doubt. Well, this all continues. And what else is going on? We've got a Chimerist chilling at home. Lieutenant Colonel is just asking himself why. He's seen that so many of his men died. There was nothing he could do to help him. I've got storm people in there. Yeah, you got storm people in there. The Devil Dog has come back home for some repairs. And a Thunderer. A short-range artillery piece. There's remarkable damage against heavy infantry and infantry, as well as vehicles. Stormtroopers, let's have a look at their models while we're here, while there's some downtime. Beautiful things. Now, where the steel... Now, this is a question while there's a bit of downtime. So, in regards to factions added, not just to Unification, but in general, was the Steel Legion not one of the first, if not the first, new faction to be added to the Dawn of War scene? Or was that Demons, Tyranids, Grey Knights, or Demon Hunters, or whatever you call them? It was one of those factions, but I'm fairly certain, correct me if I'm wrong, some of you aficionados and historians in the comments will know the answer to that, but yeah, they just look a bit, you know, old school, don't they, these stormtroopers? Very nice stuff. Obviously been touched up over the years. If you pardon the phrasing, they've not been touched up in a illegal sense. It's all consensual. Veteran Legionaries been popped out by the Armageddon Chimera, which is what you can do if you go for the Armoured Fist tech path of the Steel Legion. It's pretty useful. It's the only way you could get them as a Steel Legion player. Here comes a tank. And there's the Celestians. Getting a couple of multi-melters take on the Chimeras, while the Immolator gets those Twin-Linked Heavy Bolters on the go. So ladies to kill the tanks, ladies to kill the tanks, tanks to kill the men. It's the old rock, paper, scissors of RTSs are also familiar with. The Devil Dog that's not been repaired, but it is coming in for another go. And the Heavy Bolters aren't going to do much against him, but those Celestians mean business. They do manage to... Oh, there we go, take him down, just nick of time. There's the backflip. That was a fun one. Maybe it's just the Heavy Bolters that do the backflips. Maybe that's it. I'll just double check. Are you getting any more? To test out this theory, this theorem? A couple of more immolators. So we can do a bit of science here while we're knocking around. Battle Sisters capturing the critical location in the centre. Here comes a Thunderer. And like I say, huge damage against all kinds of infantry. When it hits, that is. Now, what can the Sisters and the Steel Legion do from where they are at the moment? Now, you are both in Tier 2, if I am not mistaken. And the Steel Legion will benefit a lot from, as always, having their infantry supported with their tanks. Could also do with their lieutenant getting involved. That would also be quite helpful, as the Steel Legion do have a roster of pretty competent commanders. Commissar Yarrick, always a fine addition to a unit composition. Sisters could also benefit from their faith. How much faith have you got? You've got 0 faith. That's a wasted resource that you could be really making use of. Laying hands on Celestians massively increases their survivability. Canoness has also got quite a remarkable amount of faith abilities, especially that blinding light that reduces the accuracy of all within her path. So the Immolator breaking down everyone. The Thunderer has gone down from the Celestians, and the Canoness keen to get on top of these guys. They've gone for, Stormtroopers have gone exclusively for plasma rifles, which is interesting. Are you heavy infantry? You are heavy infantry, so fair play to you. Do the regular Legionaries get, the veteran Legionaries get plasma rifles? Do the Legionaries? Yes, you also do. But I mean, I don't know, as Steel Legion, do you just decide to go, right, well, we can get a... Actually, can you get the Manticore when you've gone for the Armoured Fist Doctrine? Because artillery would be... again, Landshark meme. Miss Landshark recommends artillery. I always recommend artillery. It's the best blooming thing in the game. But, you've got your tanks, you've got your men with your plasma guns. Gradually, slowly but surely work your way on down, blasting apart these Sisters of Battle squads. After all, they are going for a mass of heavy bolters, so if you can knock them around with a lot of crowd control, that will prevent them from maximising their DPS. Sisters could also be making some mighty fine use out of their lightning fighters, as they are quite powerful aircraft, and because there's lots of negative space that they can fly over, they'll be able to get on the Legionnaire side of things, been poking and prodding their economy buildings. Very little in the way of defence from the Steel Legion, but some of them have gone for missile launchers, some of them have gone for plasma guns. All depends now on if the Steel Legion can prioritise their targets in a efficient manner. Might be quite difficult for them to pull off, to be fair. Here comes the fire. Bit of a odd advance, as men are basically everywhere at the moment. Got the Devil Dog attempting to snag that Immolator before it kills too much of their men. Which makes sense, fair enough. Celestians apparently charging into close combat, which is probably not what you want against a tank. They do that, right? Okay, so the heavy balls do do a backflip. What about the Rhino transport? Do you do a backflip? Go on, Hellhound. Ah, no, never mind. He's survived for today. He survived for the moment, but this Rhino transport is probably not going to get repaired. So we'll have to keep our peepers on him. Stormtroopers doing a bit of a stealthy stealth. Moving in. Plasma guns really wrecking face against these battle sisters. A slow reaction from Kiaterra. Those lasers go down. And here we go. Go on. Kill the Rhino. It's not gonna move, I promise yet. Ah, question. Does the Pristine Sanctuary do a backflip when it gets destroyed? Ho hum, he says. Thunderbolt flying on high. And boo. Didn't do anything. There were all sorts of people inside you, but now you're dead. So that's a thing. Oh, we've got a counter-attack going on over here, I think. Yeah, just these immolators with heavy bolters. That's the order of the day, apparently. Thunderbolt, I don't think... Oh, right, you do have las guns. Okay, alright. Doing a relatively okay job against the tank. No legionaries taking care of the sisters' outside bits. Which, there we go, it's a bit of retribution, a bit of revenge on the battle sisters there. And they've got money. They could be spending it on lots of stuff, but it's just castigators, immolators. Faith, that's what we want. Just get your free faith upgrade here. And maybe build a listening post. Oh, I suppose you probably got killed by the missile launcher, so fair enough. Celestians marching on. But they are massively outnumbered, so probably don't want to send them into combat just yet. Wait for more units to come in for support. Lightning fighter coming around the flanks. That's what I wanted to see a lot earlier. Rhino goes down. Celestians with a missionary in their ranks. We'll be able to help them spot the stormtroopers down here. And there we go, the Exis Prioris. Whole host of missiles going every which way. Breaking morale in one volley. And knocking everyone out and about the place. Thunderbolt activating some sort of ability which makes it nigh on impenetrable. Exis Prioris goes down. Celestians not wanting to stay in that engagement for too much longer, but seems like they're holding off the Steel Legion just for a little bit longer, but the skeletons grew of economy, but so much saved up. You can't spend, you can't take your money when you die, so you may as well spend it all right now. Whether it's on Battle Sisters, whether it's on Celestians, whether it's on tanks, whether it's on hookers and blow, I don't care what you spend it on. Just make sure it's been spent. But it just seems exclusively tank stuff going on at the moment. Got the Castigator, which might potentially turn things around. It's quite a sizable tank. Steel Legion get a decap in the outside bits. Immolator setting people on fire before then going for its trusty twin-linked heavy bolter. No matter how many upgrades you give these guys, they will die remarkably quickly. So the idea could be, get a couple of these tanks with these upgrades, get a couple of systems, and then move them all out together. Make them work as a team. That would be my recommendation. There we go, the Castigator is out. Just needs to get into fighting position. Steel Legion, they've done the damage. Don't need to push in any further. I mean, what's your economy at the moment? Sizable. A sizable economy indeed. The sizable amount of things been saved up. Got lasers destroyed. There's the... Oh, you're a Wyvern, not a Manticore. So you're like a million different flamers, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I'm mistaken. What do you do, Wyvern? What do your life choices take you? I assume it's not artillery because you've got a laser pointer. Or maybe that's the idea. Just to blind people by pointing lasers in their eyes. Could be a thing. We shall see the lethality. Yeah, if you've ever been to a British Wednesday or Sunday market and you go to that cheeky chap on the corner who sells kids cigarette lighters and cigarette papers and the keychain laser pen. I don't know if you've got those markets across the UK, but... sorry, across the world, but we definitely do in the UK. And the lights were always a novelty size. They were always like 10 times the size you actually ever needed them. Go on, Wyvern, do something. No, it's just going to tease us. Just going to charge up that little waiting bar. Blinding fire incoming, potentially. As the Ratlings are being shot up. Oh, okay, yeah, so you're short-range artillery. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I was expecting fire. I got artillery. I can't complain, personally. I've got the Mighty Castigator. Almost getting down the Hellhound. There he goes. Losing a tank trap there. The Missionary about to be blown apart. There he goes. That Wyvern, he needs to get close to it, but very hard to get close to it. Look at the amount of marks it's left on the ground. Someone will have to sweep them up later. And, yeah, okay, don't push in, that's fine. Archaon the Never Chosen. Enjoy your moment. Just really enjoy the late game Steel Legion. We don't get to see it very often. Stun a bear on these guys. You will be motivated. Yes, we will. The little lightning bolt. We've also got Lord Commissar Sebastian Yarrick. The man, the myth. He's got a big gun. He's got an even bigger hand. Don't want a high five from him. You scratch his back, he'll claw yours off. That's the way it works. We'll fast forward this bit. Come on, one more fighting. Lend in the killing blow, or sisters. Pull off a swift comeback. Here we go, the Steel Legion are moving forward. This poor ecclesiarchal servitor minding his own business. Thinking about potentially doing some, I don't know, I assume gardening maybe. There's not much else to do for him to do on this neck of the woods. Laser Strike does serious amount of damage against vehicles. We're almost turning around the other way. Can't fire backwards. That's the problem with the laser destroyer. Just out of range of these guys. Celestians get a shot in the face. Before all that firepower comes in. Snipers from the Ratlings take him down. Castigator on its own. Where are the rest of them? Oh, pathing. It's pathing. Laying hands on them while they're full health. Yes. That's what we want. I'm sorry, sisters, but I must lay hands upon you right this very moment. But Mr. Missionary, we're full health. I know. I'm just doing what the Emperor says. I promise. Promise is his will. Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on, come in. Let's see what we can do. Glorious last stand. As the Lehman Russ battle tank comes in. Big boom. Misses there. There we go. Have another shot. Can't miss them all, can you? It's a big swipe on the battle tank. Doesn't do much. Immolator, heavy bolters. Again, doesn't do much against the Lehman Russ battle tank. Celestians armed with the multi-melters are not firing. Go on, get in there. Do something. Get some shots off. Believe in yourself. There we go. I mean, both of the multi-melter ladies are now dead, but the fort was there. Amazing stuff. Got some Steel Legion on the left side. They've killed the tank. Well done, boys. And there we are. Now are you going to push in? Archaon the Never Chosen. There's a little push. Little push into the base, maybe. There we go. One tank has got in there. And one man. Oh, he's keen and eager, isn't he? Blooming job's worth looking for a promotion. Although, seeing that Ecclesiarch, that Nixus Prioris, it's got him running back home. Go on. Just a little bit more. You're so close to winning. Archaon. Just aim move your boys. In the name of the God Emperor himself. Just aim move your boys into the base. No, that's okay. That's alright. I've got nowhere to be. Do you have anywhere to be? I've got nowhere to be, personally. Look at this. Glorious. And they're just going to kill them with intimidation. Yep, there we go. What a spectacular ending. So no, we're not going to kill them. We're just going to let them leave in peace. I got to respect that. What do I say about that game? Well, boys and girls, that game was a game. Things happened, the game began, then more things happened, then the game ended. And that is my summary for that. But thank you ever so much, Archaon the Never Chosen. I know it was a weird game. I know there was a lot of tongue-in-cheek humour all the way through. I really do appreciate you sending that game into Discord. Very fun to cast all the same. So, yeah, so cheers for watching, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace!